Okay, good morning, all of you. Welcome back to DevOps Sessions. So, okay, guys. So today I'm going to discuss the Jenkins. Okay. So Terraform with Jenkins already done, right? So we can discuss a few options in the Jenkins. Okay. Let me start the server, the Jenkins one. Okay, I need to share my screen, right? Yeah. Hi. Good morning, Shivani. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. This is one. Yesterday's one. Okay. Okay, guys. So we already discussed pipeline jobs, right? So pipeline jobs, Terraform with pipeline jobs only done. So in coming classes, Docker will come, Maven will come, Kubernetes will come, JFrog, Sonar. So these tools we need to configure with the Jenkins, okay? The pipelines. So the first one is freestyle, right? The freestyle job, we are not using any real time. This is just manual approach. If you can go with the test, freestyle something. Okay, whatever you have declared in the pipeline, okay, declared in the pipeline, those steps we need to give here a manual process. First git clone option, then we can select each and everything by manual process here. Okay. So if you can see here, guys, the first freestyle job how to create, just if you can go here, description, you can give anything, or here, if it is a GitHub project, give a GitHub project. So if it is a GitHub project means we need to give a Git URL and select Git source here also, you can give URL also. I mean, if you want to clone the GitHub repository, for example, if I want to clone this, what I need to do, if you want to clone this URL into Linux, you have to give the git clone command and give the git path URL and use the git clone command, right? So here also same process. Jenkins is doing behalf of your job only. Behalf of your job, Jenkins is going to do. In that case, what I need to give here, this is freestyle GitHub project. Understand like that. Freestyle GitHub project. So freestyle GitHub project, we need to give a GitHub URL here. So you need to give a main. That's it. Okay. So here, okay. So here there is a shell. We can run the shell commands here manually. For example, if I want to clone the repository, we can use the git clone command. Apply and save. Or you can do one thing also. No scripting. All are manually doing in everything. For example, if I build now, why it is fail? Let me log in this. Okay. What is the issue here? Hmm? You must specify a repository clone, right? So I need to give in the shell. So okay. So shell commands, if you run any command here, it will run. Your job will run. That's it only. Oh shit. Just checking. So build now. Okay, this time is success. It is clone. Okay. So for example, if you want to run any command, so in the shell, we can run the command also. I mean, if you want to run any shell commands, touch file, create something, freestyle job, by using freestyle job, you can create a shell script also. For example, to install something in your instance, by using Jenkins shell script, we can, yeah, configure. For example, if I want to create any file here, you just give here, touch file one. It will create a file one into your instance. So this shell we can use by using this job, we can create any shell commands. So no need to give sh here since it is already shell. Understand by using freestyle job. So here freestyle job, if you install any plugins, it will come the plugins. I mean, for example, at this time, maybe you are not understand. Once after complete the Maven, you can understand. So whatever scripts, whatever stages you are passing in the pipeline, those steps we can click here manually. Understand? Okay, I'll do one thing, guys. Let's go to dashboard. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay. Okay. So manage Jenkins. So guys, in manual process, in a freestyle job process, so if you want to declare all steps in manual process, first we need to install the respective plugin. Okay. For example, Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, right? For example, this is Terraform job. You are going to create a freestyle job for Terraform. So freestyle job has to give the respective plugin is going to enable. Means we need to give them the plugin init, plan, and apply command after git clone. So git is already by default plugin. That's what we are able to see. Same thing, Maven, Docker, Kubernetes. We need to install the respective plugins and go to freestyle job. Freestyle job, the Docker will enable. Sorry, the Terraform will enable. We can give the path here, like step by step. Okay. So for example, if I go to install my plugin Terraform, looks like some issue in my thing. Okay, leave it. Okay, guys. So today I'm going to discuss. Just leave it for that. Triggers. This is very important concept. Okay, Jenkins triggers. So freestyle job, just park aside. We can discuss later. So in trig, we have a different triggers here. Okay, different triggers. So guys, the requirement is, so our pipeline has to handle, okay, has to handle automatic way. For example, your script is ready. You just go and run your script manually, right? But that is not a correct process. You have to handle it everything in the automated way. That is taken care by your triggers. Okay, so trigger we have a different types in Jenkins. Okay, those types are first of all. So we have a Policium, schedule base, okay, time base. So many ways we can discuss. Let me take the triggers from there. So you just practice the triggers, okay, in this time. Guys, anyone know idea about cron jobs, cron schedules? Okay, okay. If you can come here. Yeah. Okay, let me take this topic today. Okay, triggers. Copy. Okay. So the first one is trigger builds remotely. Okay. What is trigger build remotely? For example, guys, we can trigger the Jenkins server by using shell script something. Okay. For example, your server is there here. Trigger build remotely, right? Trigger build remotely. Yeah. So we can trigger our job. We can trigger our Jenkins job by using some script. So for example, your EC2 instance or any server is there. So we need to connect your server. Yeah. So here from remote means you just trigger this job from anywhere. Okay. So you have to write some script here to trigger. You can call directly public endpoint of your server. I mean IP and 8080. You can just connect there and run your job. That is remote. But we are not using this approach in real time. Okay. It is not a secure one. Okay. And this is important. Second trigger. Build after. Okay. For example, guys, you have a two jobs, two Jenkins jobs. The two Jenkins job. This is my Jenkins job one, job two. Once I trigger my job one, okay, next job two will trigger. This is important scenario, guys. If you enable this, build after other projects are built. The meaning is, for example, if you trigger this job one, okay, so whenever this job one will complete, this job one will send to job two. Then job two will trigger. No need to start by job two by you. So based on the job one event, the job two will run. Here job one upstream job is job two. Job two downstream job is job one. Understand? Here job one. Hmm. So the scenario is, for example, is there any scenario? Your Git clone, we can write like this also. First job only for Git clone. Whenever cloning done, second job will start for the respective script, whatever it is, a Maven or Docker or Terraform will run. Like that, we can do it. Single job also we can do it. Other double jobs. Clear? And the next one is, this is also very important. Build periodically. So what is build periodically? So your job has to run as per the schedule. Some particular time period. Okay. So we can schedule the job as per the time schedule. Okay. For example, if you want to run this job every day morning or evening or whatever particular time, we can select the schedule based job. I mean, jobs creation all are fine, but triggers, in the triggers we need to select which trigger it is. For example, the job has to depends on other job. You can select build after other job trigger. This job has to run every day particular time. You have to select build periodically. Okay, that job has to trigger from some remote script, some remote area. You can select trigger build remotely. So what is periodically? Here, cron job will come. What is cron means? There is some expression to write a schedule type jobs. So for example, this is the expression like this way only. Okay, the first one is minute. Okay, second one is hour. Third one is a day in a month. Fourth one is a month, day in a week. Day in a month means we have a 30, 31, 28 days. Day in a week means Monday to Sunday. Month means 1 to 12. Hours means 1 to 24 hours, 0 to. Minutes means 60 seconds. Clear? So here, if you can see 5, 4, star, star, star. The meaning is what? 0, 4, 5. 2024, 3, 28, 4, 5 means morning 4, 5. It has to run. Today morning already done, right? That's what it's scheduled for tomorrow. What is the time? 4, 5. 4 indicates what? Hours. 5 indicates minutes. For example, if I want to run 10 a.m., what I need to do? 0, 10. So it is taking 27. Why? Today 10 is, we have it, today is 9:45, right? Time, not just, time is 9:45. We have a time. That's why it's showing 10. If I give 9, it will take to tomorrow. 9 already done. Okay, this is hours and minutes. Coming to the day. Day in a month. And which date will work? For example, 29th means day after tomorrow. Today is 27th, right? Just given 29. Why it is not taking? Is there a day and 41 day? No. So 29. So 31 also it will take. Understand, day in a month means 1 to 31st. Is this clear? These three expressions. Every day means star. Okay. Next come to month. For example, this month particular time. Month means what? 1 to 12. Okay. Guys, why are you seeing that? These are the small things only, right? Third month, right? If I give fourth, April, it will run 9 a.m. Understand? April, 9 a.m. every day. Every day. I haven't mentioned anything here, right? So day star means every day. Fourth month, every day, morning 9 a.m. job will run. Understand? But if you give something here, the number, what happened? Fourth month, 28th day, 9 a.m. Understand? Day in a week means Monday. Understand now? So you are saying this job has to run fourth month, Monday. And every day. Again, you are saying every day. What? You have to stick on one thing, right? You are saying Monday and every day. Sorry, not every day. 28th, right? Is there any guarantee 28th Monday? We don't know. So it will trigger both 28 and Monday. Understand? Otherwise, fourth month Monday, when it will come? I don't know. So I need to check. So I need to give the specific time. I mean specific day, so that the day it will run. For example, April 8 is the Monday. April 8th, Monday. It will run 9 a.m. what is 8, sorry, 9 a.m., 8th day, Monday. It will run. But if you can see, there is no and here. Understand why? The Monday will come exactly 8th, 4th month. If I give 9, it will understand 9 is not Monday. So it will run Mondays and additionally 9 also. Understand, guys? You have to define like that. Star means, all stars means every day it will run. Morning 9 a.m. Every day morning 9 a.m. Every day means you have given star. Every day month, right? In your month, every day will come 1 to 31st. And day in a week, every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 24 hours. No PM, no AM. Okay. Only 24 hours. If I give you like this, 23 means 11 PM. Is this right? So like that it will. You have to schedule the job. So copy the expression and you can save it into your Jenkins scheduler. UK time zone. This is cron tab guru. We have to understand as per the Indian time. We are doing that, right? If you are schedule the job on UK time or whatever UST hours, in the UST hours you have to calculate 5.5 hours difference will be there. You have to calculate and give it. For example, in as per the UST hours, if you want to schedule the job, you need to change 5.5 hours difference will be there. For example, UST hour, UST time now. See, 5.5 hours difference will be there. You have to calculate and give here the cron job. If it is Indian timings, directly you can give Indian timings. No problem. Understand how to write a cron job? For example, if I give all stars, every minute. So if you schedule your job, let me check. Any doubts here? Okay. I will just write few examples here. Okay. 23 at 11 p.m. or 23. Start at 23 hours every day. For example, if I want to run my job, okay, May 5th, how to write? May 5 p.m. 5 p.m. means 0. 5 p.m. 17. No 5 p.m. here. 17. May means 4, 5. 5. Next. Star, star. May 5th. Understand how to write? Exactly. Okay. So 5 will come here. Star will come here. Okay. Otherwise, you can write here. Simply we can take from here. Minutes, hours, day. Month, day in a week. Okay. So if I want to run my job, so Tuesday, 6 p.m. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. How to write? 0, 18, hmm, hmm, star, every Tuesday. So day in a week. Okay. So star, Tuesday. That's it. Understand? Like that when it run. The next one is very important, guys. So GitHub. Okay, the next one is very important. GitHub hook. Okay. So this GitHub hook, any changes will come in your GitHub. One event will generate in the backend. Automatically, the repository will trigger. Okay. So, for example, is a DevOps developer. Okay. Push to changes into GitHub. Okay. So whenever changes will push it into GitHub. So here we need to enable GitHub hook configuration. Okay. Which job it is, which job has to run. So since you configure here, whenever updates will be takes place, immediately the respective job will run. Okay. Why we need to define here our Jenkins job. Trigger. I mean, whenever changes will come, immediately it will trigger automatically every time. Understand? This is GitHub trigger for Git SCM polling. I mean, this is purely depends on changes in GitHub. So in the GitHub, we need to configure GitHub hook option with the which Jenkins repository, I mean, which pipeline I has to run. You have to give. Yeah, exactly. Whenever merge the, so we have already discussed, right? PR, pull request, one branch to other branch. Whenever you merge the request, it is merged into the main. Whenever main changes will come, automatically job will run. The last one is poll SCM. This one also very important. So poll SCM, GitHub hook. Okay. But the difference is here. Here we can schedule the time. Schedule base. But for example, if you give this one, it has to run 23 hours every day, right? In a periodical. Okay, build periodical. If you give this time, it will run, right? The same time, the same schedule, if you can give in the poll SCM, how poll SCM will work? I can say poll SCM equal to build periodically plus GitHub hook. Okay. The reason is to do this lab, we need to configure GitHub hook also. But here difference is, guys, if you schedule specific time, for example, 0, 23, star, 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 right? It has to start at 23 hours every day, right? If you give in the poll SCM, it will allow only any changes will be there. Understand? You schedule every day, right? For example, today some changes takes place into GitHub. It will run. There is no problem. But tomorrow there is no changes. And till 1 week there is no changes. But as per the schedule, it has to run, right? If it is a build periodical, if the changes will be there or not, it has to run. But GitHub is only changes will be there, only it will run. GitHub hook. But here, first it will check the 23 hours every day. In the 23 hours, if changes, if there is any changes, only it will run. So it has to run tomorrow also, right? For example, tomorrow there is no changes. It will not run, even though if you schedule in the policy. So it will consider if any changes in GitHub, then only it will allow, it will run. So both here, both cases it will verify. Okay, both cases. But GitHub hook trigger is whenever changes will come automatically, it will run the job. There is no any time period. These are the 5 triggers. Important one. So now we can start the lab. So I think some issue is there in that, right? Mm, we'll try otherwise create a new region. Okay. So I'm going to create a one job now. So you can create any pipeline job or any job. Job one. So first we can verify build after one job. Okay. Yeah. So here, let's start from hello world only. Okay. This is a job one. So we can use stage one here. This is my job one. Apply and save. So I'm going to create one more job. That is for job two. Yeah. So I'm going to create one more job. Hmm. So I have one job, right? Now I'm going to create job two. So Terraform with Jenkins, you guys completed, right? Yeah. Three options we have, right? Pipeline with script, Groovy, and with SCM. So job two. So pipeline. So okay. So next class will be on Monday. Okay. So please practice Terraform. We have completed Terraform, right? Just focus Terraform on Jenkins. These 4 days. So stage two, hello world from stage two. So apply and save. So in the job two, I can give my job one finish, job two will trigger. Like that I can give it. So for that, yeah, go to I'm in the job two only still, okay? Go to configure here. See here, triggers, right? We are discussing triggers, right? Build after other project build. So here we have how many jobs? Created job one, job two. I'm in the job two session, see? So click here. Yeah, here you can give after job one. Understand? After job one, you can trigger. I mean, which job? Job two. So if I see here, trigger if only build is stable. I mean, if job one is stable, only trigger job two. Trigger even the if the build is unstable. If any issue is also no problem, you can trigger. And fail also it will trigger. So if you stop your trigger about also it will run. So what are conditions? But always we can use stable condition only, real time. Is this clear? The first one is, so apply, save. Now you can go to job one and build. After job one, job two will trigger automatically. That is the triggers. So very important. Jenkins triggers are very, very important. You will get a chance to get a entry question. The difference between pole SCM and schedules, they will ask kind of questions. So if I trigger job to job one, I will trigger. If I trigger job two, does job one will trigger? No, right? We have given condition in job two, not in job one. Understand? So I need to trigger job one. Whenever job one will success, job two will trigger. Okay, let's start. No, man, I'm not going to Tirumala. Okay, so let's go on job one. Okay, just build now. Sir, please show script of both job. Just normal script only. Hello world script only. I haven't written anything. See, my job one is triggered, right? My job one is triggered. Hello world. Next, job two also has to trigger with hello world from stage two, right? So now if you can go here, refresh, or go to job two. That is hello world script only. I received only two resumes. Okay. See, go to my dashboard. I haven't built job two, right? See, job two also trigger. Okay, let's click on that. My job to see triggered, right? Just go to log, hello all from stage two. If you can go to here, open logs here, we can easily understand. We'll share, we'll share. See here, started by upstream project job one. Understand? So job two upstream project is what? Job one. And job one downstream project is job two. That's what we have written here. Job two saying that my upstream job is trigger. That is job one. Okay. So started job. Understand? Like that, we can implement one job after one job. For example, now, and coming to that GitHub hook. For example, this project you are going to build. You have to mention here, add webhook, give your password. Yeah. So you have to give here your payload URL, means your Jenkins URL. Okay. So for example, my Jenkins URL is Control C. Okay. You have to give here like this. Understand? And webhook. Mention webhook like this way. Let me check. Jenkins URL. Okay, that is correct. It will work. No problem. Cool. Okay. So here we need to add the webhook. So we need to understand one thing. We are adding to trigger the Jenkins, but we are adding into this repository. That is very important. Whenever changes will come in this repository, job will trigger. Understand? Respect to job will trigger. So we need to add here and some changes will come. Some changes will come. So it will trigger automatically. That job will run immediately. Yeah, that's what we have to give. IP change means we have to change it. Payload URL will change, right? Otherwise, we can allocate elastic IP, that is static IP. It will not change. Let's go on verify now. Okay, this is fine, right? Okay, next one is configure. So I'm going to add schedule base now. Then we can verify webhook and payload. Okay. Okay. Just I'm removing this one. Okay. Job two, I'm removing the build. Build periodically means, see here, there is some suggestions. If you can give star star, okay, it will trigger every minute. Otherwise, if you can give H means every hour. Just they are saying some suggestion. Do you really mean every minute? Yes. Apply, save. So the job will trigger automatically every 1 minute. Hmm? See here, trigger. I haven't built right. It will trigger one more three. Three will come next after 1 minute. You just refresh after 1 minute. After 1 minute, see three will trigger. So every minute it is going to trigger your job. Okay. This is GitHub webhook. Okay. So if you can give like this, if any changes will come automatically, your pipeline will run. But that pipeline you need to write. The Terraform script you need to write. We are configure Terraform 9 AM, right? Here, which one you need to trigger? You need to configure that one. Just a minute. Okay. Update webhook. Okay. Let's go. I'll take yesterday I have already sent script, right? Jenkins with Terraform. Okay. Copy and go to create a one job. So from today, you can practice IAM with Terraform, all IAM series. Okay. I have already updated if you can see or not. IAM series already updated. First, complete manually. IAM manually, custom policy, inline policy, and all. Then come to your Terraform. So let me remove this job. So I'll just delete the pipelines job too. So I have shared the nodes, the Jenkins. Okay. Did you get a chance to work on that? I'm going to add triggers also in that. Okay. So I'm going to create a new job to create a Terraform infrastructure. So in the GitHub, if I do some changes, again, it has to run. For example, my infra is created T2 medium, for example, this time. But if I do some changes in my GitHub, automatically Jenkins will run and update into your script. Understand? So for example, let's go to create a Jenkins Terraform. This is the pipeline. Come here. Yeah, Bitbucket also option is there. Okay, come to paste it here. Okay, first it has to run. Same yesterday only, what we discussed yesterday one only. No difference here. So I need to enable here GitHub hook trigger. In my GitHub, already Terraform 9am is configured. Understand? Apply and save. So if I run now, it will run. Okay. Anyway, auto approve is not need. So it is not created, I think so. Okay, I need to destroy and create. Okay, anyway, just for understanding, it is a run. So now if I do some changes in my, go to Terraform 9am, day 2. I have configured day 2, right? In my Terraform script. That's what I'm doing changes in day 2. For example, oh my God, day 2, so many things are there. Day 2 only given in my script. Day 2 basic code. Okay. Okay, wrong one I have given, right? Actually, it has to run EC2. Is this correct one? Go to configure once. No. What I'm saying, the directory name is given wrong. Okay, all are wrong only. So I'll do one thing in that case. Simple, I can just delete here. The script branch and all wrong, right? So let's come to, so this I will just, only one directory is there, right? So I'm going to enable here GitHub option. So I'll just come here, Control C, payload URL I'm going to add. webhooks. I'm going to delete. No. I'm going to edit. I'm in Terraform CI/CD, right? Is this correct? Yeah, correct only. Update webhook. Okay. So let's come to Terraform CI/CD. Let me take the code URL, HTTPS, copy, come to Jenkins. So here, okay, let me take any basic script. Okay. Control C, Control V. Okay. So here I'm just directly give apply. So here I'm going to change everything. So here come pipeline syntax. So copy this one. Taking much time. Okay. So come to Git here. So give your URL. So change your branch. So generate your pipeline script. Take this Control C and give here, right? Already we discuss all the steps. That's what little fast I am. Okay, all done, right? So now apply and save. Okay. So now you can build now. This is second build. Okay. Okay. My build is fail. Anyway, the related whatever script is maybe wrong, something different environment, but that is not our job here to check. So now I'm going to change here in the main.tf. Okay, this is US East one. Maybe AMID something is different. Now T2. So here, edit the file. Just keep TD medium. Just remove some, add something here. Or US T2 micro. Okay. Commit changes. Means someone push the changes into GitHub. I'm doing in right in remote. So it third job has to run, right? I mean, it has to update third time. Some changes is there, GitHub hook is enabled. So your pipeline has to run automatically. Okay. I don't know. My Jenkins is very slow today. So go to webhook. Yeah, correct only. Just the push the event, but it has to run. We'll see sometime. Why it is not running? No, it will same everything is correct. Mm, Yeah, correct only. GitHub to okay, enable. So you need to understand one thing, guys. How my GitHub hook can monitor my specific repository only, specific URL only. So in your project, if you enable means your project related to that repository. Understand? See, I have enabled GitHub for this related to this Terraform script, right? So if you enable here means that whatever you have configured in the GitHub, the repository, it will work. If you're not give here, it will not work. Understand? But it has to run. Maybe it's very slow. Okay, we can discuss Monday. Okay. This is taking too much of time to update. Okay, guys. So we can discuss the GitHub hook and Monday class. Remaining schedule and upstream, downstream, you just complete that one. Okay. And your end, it will try. Your end, maybe it will work. Okay. Process is same. Just configure webhook and give the URL and all. It will work. Yeah, restart. I need Jenkins. I need to restart again. Anyway, issue in my Jenkins. We can discuss Monday, guys. The same topic. Yeah. Bye. Take care, guys. We'll see you on Monday. So I'm going to give some projects on Terraform. Please complete. Okay. I'm going to terminate this one first.